What's going on, Mandarins family? My name is Ricardo Brown. Everybody calls me Rick. Uh, One half of the new caption head team here at Mandarins. So I'll give my good friend an opportunity to introduce himself as well.
Hello, hello. This is Bryen Warfield. I am the other half of the team that's leading the brass program. We're both super excited to get rolling for the 2022 season. Can't wait to get to know everybody, meet you, and get things moving.
So Brian, I'll throw it to you first, man. Let's tell the people about ourselves, man.
Yeah, cool. So let's see. I currently live in Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is the northeast side of the state. It's about an hour south of Michigan. I am the director of bands and orchestra at Homestead High School, and super excited to be in that role. This is my fifth, is that right? Fifth school year at that school. I did a year prior to that at Whiteland Community High School. I'm going backwards, and we get into more detail later, but I got a master's degree in conducting from the Ohio State University, and my undergrad is in tuba performance from the University of Louisville. So super, very small bit about myself. We'll talk more about drum corps experience later on, but yeah.
Um, about me, my name's Rick again. I am in the great state of Connecticut. I am currently serving as the associate director of bands here at the University of Connecticut. Also, finishing up a doctorate degree in conducting. So, some ambition things there. After finishing the degree, I look to become a director of bands and working with great students like you all. So Brian, tell us some of your drum corps background, man. What's some of your drum corps background?
Ooh, drum corps background. So okay, so I'm gonna go all the way back to like the roots.
Okay.
So I was in a parade drum corps in middle school in Indianapolis. This group called Light of Indy. Obviously, it doesn't exist anymore, but I did that for, gosh, I think 3 or 4 years. Then did high school marching band, college, and was lucky enough to earn a spot with the Bluecoats for the 2007 season. Marched in the tuba section, and I did 3 seasons with them: 2007, 2009, aged out in 2010, and then taught a year with Cincinnati Tradition. Um, in 2000, gosh, was it 2011? And then I spent 5 seasons with the Santa Clara Vanguard on their brass staff from 12 to 16, and then was asked to go back to the home team in 2017, and was there all the way through this past season. So spent a little bit of time with the activity, cut my teeth, and really figured out how to teach, during all that time. So that's my background.
Cool. Yeah, for me, man, I'm a little older. Drum corps for me started in 1999, man. I was a 16-year-old kid. Had never marched corps, none of that, man. The corps style even was new to me. And I was like, man, I really like this drum corps thing. I had been seeing it on TV like over Thanksgiving, like it would have come on this past week
Mm.
back in the day. But I used to see it on TV. So I was like, man, I really like it. My band director took us to see drum corps in 1996 and 97. Oh, sorry, 97, 98. So I was like, okay, man, I really like all these drum corps are pretty good, man. So I really want to do it. So in 1999, I got up with my friend Aaron, and we were like, we're gonna march. And we went to the international audition, and I spent the 1999 season marching a G bugle soprano with the Crossmen. So I marched Crossmen
Yeah.
99. Um, and then after that, I went on to the cadets. So I marched in the cadets 2001, 2, 3, and 4. And, they really had a good experience there. I was a trumpet soloist with the corps every year I was there. Um, I know everybody knows the Malagueña stuff, but we had some really good books back then, man. So I marched cadets '01 to '04, 4 years, and then I taught there '05 and went into a more administrative side in '06. And then I took a break from drum corps, man. That was around the time I really started teaching. So I wanted to make sure that I was really devoting a good time there. And, it was just time, man. I was old, getting older and wanted to really move into my career. And then I started getting the itch again, and I saw the Bluecoats in 2013, and I was like, Jesus Christ, man, they sound good. So I went and saw them in Texas, and the following year, Derek called me and was like, "Hey, man, you want to teach?" So from 2014, that was my start there, and I taught there all the way up until this year, till 2021. So I was able to spend 8 good years there, and now both of us given this beautiful opportunity, man, to be a part of this great drum corps. We can't wait to build these good memories with the Mandarins, man. So
Mm-hmm.
if drum corps is something, if you had that dream like Bryen and I that you might want to do, consider Dragon Brass, because there are some great, great, great things happening here. Killer staff, killer students. We've heard some really good auditions already.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So if you want to be a part of a great brass line, consider being a part of what's going on here with the Mandarins.
Yep.
So cool, Bryen. Let's go a little bit away from drum corps for a second.
Yeah.
So tell us something about yourself, man. Like, what do you like to do, man? What are you interested in? Favorite football team? Like, what's your team? Just tell us about Bryen.
So let's see. I love sports. Um, love sports, and of course, my master's degree being from the Ohio State University.
The
Everything me, the everything goes to the Buckeyes. I know they got obliterated this past weekend at the at the Michigan game, but I'm a huge.
did you shed like a single tear when that happened?
No, I just ate donuts, man. It was. I had to figure out a way to get to that game. But now, big Buckeyes fan, big Colts fan, big Pacers fan. Um, Baseball, not really like a huge fan. I mean, I follow the Cubs because everybody else around here does. I don't really do hockey. Uh, all the rest of the sports I will watch just for the sake of doing it. I really like Top Golf. If you all have never been to Top Golf, you should go figure out a way to get there because it's
Awesome.
cool. It requires zero experience. Let's see. I like reading. I like reading leadership books. That's probably the most um, the I guess biggest genre of like material that I have, leadership books. I'll read some music books, education stuff. Um, but I'm not chill. I try to chill. I mean, the gig, my day-to-day gig is so intense that once I get an opportunity to chill, I will chill and watch TV, play video games, eat food, like food. But yeah, pretty chill, kind of boring. What about you, man?
uh, I don't know, man. I guess I'm just as straightforward as you are, man. I'm from Virginia, but my sports teams are all over the place, man. So I am a diehard, and I mean diehard 49ers fan. I've been a 49ers fan since 1986. Unfortunately, we lost to your Colts this year, but it's okay. We're fine. We're going to be okay.
The Colts are going to be 500 by the end of the
Hey,
season.
we're on a good winning streak right now, 3 out of 4,
Mhm.
so we're good. But I'm a diehard 49ers fan. Then you take it to baseball. I'm a diehard Yankees fan. My whole family is Yankees fans. We're on the East Coast, man.
Yeah.
Um, I like the Spurs, man. I was always into like the fundamental basketball. And it was like when I
Mhm.
was a kid, man, my friends used to make fun of me. Like we would all call each other like the worst players in the league because we weren't great at basketball. So my name was Sadale Threet at the time.
That's
but
why.
they were like, yeah, man, like it was a big deal. But I like fundamental basketball, so I like Charles Barkley and Tim Duncan were like my favorite players. So
Mhm.
Tim Duncan was the guy. I was like, I'm a Spurs fan, so I've been a Spurs fan since 1999 when Tim Duncan really took the team to the next level, man. So
Yeah.
that's it for that. And interesting fact, man, I am a super techie, man. I love tech. Like I literally like watch the videos on YouTube. I'm a big MKBHD fan, and just
Yeah.
old Team Crispy. Yeah,
Yep. Yep. Marquise, man.
yeah.
He's solid.
He's the deal, man. So
Mhm.
huge techie. And an interesting fact, y'all. I collect fragrances like colognes, and currently this I know people are gonna be like, really? I own about 200 colognes, different colognes. I actually truly collect, man. And so if you ever come here, you will see a large cologne collection. Because I love fragrances. I've been a collector now for about 2 years, and over 2 years, I built up about a 200 cologne collection. So cool.
All right, you're gonna smell good. I mean, that's the other
Always,
thing.
always. At spring training, you just get one or two before we go outside and sweat. So, Bryen, how did we meet, man? How did we come together and work as a team? Like, where we meet, man? How do we meet?
And blue coats. And I remember, God, I think it would have been my first camp teaching there for the 2017 season. And you walked straight up to me, introduced yourself, and it's just been on, man. We've been, I think the most important thing is that we've been really good friends first,
Right.
but it was really through that we got to watch each other teach. I remember you gave me a lot of pointers as far as things to look for and listen for and consider and whatnot. Um, and for me, I've always looked up to you. A fun fact for me, when it comes to like our relationship, I remember watching you specifically when you were big solos with the cadets, specifically going all the way back to 2001.
Wow, man. Okay.
I remember watching that show and seeing you, not knowing that was you, but, watching you do your thing then, and that had a huge impact on me even back then. So it's been that, but we've been real good friends for a long time, a long time. So we both see eye to eye on a lot. We've had some really good conversations. I think about everything, politics to relationships and schooling and music and sports. I mean, literally everything.
Yeah.
And it's kind of manifested into a really good friendship. Not a really good, a great friendship, but also a really good working relationship too, because um, we both trust each other really well.
Yeah, man.
And we trust that we're going to push each other to get to the next level. Both as caption heads here, but really trying to move this brass program forward,
Yeah.
to the next tier. So
Yeah, and
yeah.
it's interesting. You talk about like those mentors and what we're trying to do with the brass line here, man. It's like the same way I was that old guy when you were thinking about march and drum corps. You
Hmm.
know, we're fortunate at Mandarins to have a lot of those same people that I looked up to, before I marched,
Yep.
being on staff with us,
Hmm.
particular people like Eric Prince,
Hmm.
and Frank Williams, who are both conserving in consultant roles. Like those guys were like my people I looked up to, man. So I was like, to have them on staff was like super important. So,
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
and
So,
like it's interesting, man. Like even having like people that taught me being on our staff, like Sean Murphy, and
hmm.
killer staff, man. Like we have, Dr. Dakota Corpus, who's the professor of horn, that's going to be working with the mellophones, was one of my former students when he was in high school. And
Hmm.
now, he's doing it on a huge level. So,
Yep.
if you guys do Mandarin's Brass, this year is going to be it's going to be a great experience. So,
Hmm.
Bryen, what do we expect from the Mandarin's Brass line, man? What type of work, are we expecting from the members? What type of, philosophy do you and I share? You talked about that briefly, uh,
Yeah.
of how we're gonna, move Dragon Brass forward. Because I know for me, like when we both came on, it was like we want to provide an experience that is first and foremost most a loving, nurturing environment where people can actually want to cooperate and make great
Mm.
music together. That's
Yep.
first and foremost the biggest thing. We put it right on the front of the packet, family
Yep.
first. So before I go, man, go ahead, man. What do you think? What do you think that looks like from your perspective?
For me, it's a lot of building off of the legacy of the drum corps,
Yeah.
because the organization itself has been successful for a very long time.
Right.
You know, all the D2 championships that the group has won, you know,
Yep.
really kind of rising throughout world class. You know, now like we're a finalist. We're a finalist drum corps. You know, I think building off of that momentum and really the expectations of the group,
Yeah.
because we're you know we are a good organization. You know, so now it's the opportunity and the chance to take the next step to become a great and championship level group.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the expectations that I know that both you and I we've talked a lot about, but you know now it's time to put our money where our mouth is, and do whatever we can to help raise that level of expectation, that level of excellence,
Yeah, man.
uh, and really build this Dragon Brass brand. You know, if we can do that, then um, you know, I think our job's done. You know, on top of making sure that the students are learning a lot, they're cared for, they're loved on, they love each other, and are willing to spend the time working with each other to create a truly world class experience, a professional experience too. So
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, and you know, like you and I talk about all the time, our main focus is music education. Yeah, it's drum corps, but you know, we want our students to be able to go home after a long tour, being nice and tan with sock lines and all that stuff,
Yeah.
and be able to sit in the wind ensemble audition or in the orchestra audition and instantly be able to do the job. No resetting the chops or anything like that. You know, if we have third trumpet players, yeah, we're going to expand your range even though you're playing third trumpet. You know,
Mhm.
we want to be able to create an environment where, you know, the student feels like they're getting a quality music education experience, and that's through sound, solid pedagogy, you know,
Mhm.
from each teacher that's going to be standing in front of our horn line. Like, we need the best people. You know,
Mhm.
there's a lot of great teachers across this country, and I feel like we did our due diligence to make sure we have the right people standing in front of Dragon Brass.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be evident from the first day. You know, we're coming in there with a solid goal that we've set for ourselves.
Mhm.
And I think that at the end of the day, you know, wake up. I'm sorry, my dog is over here snoring. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Golly. But yeah, man, just at the end of the day, we got to be able to, you know, be happy with the product. You know, when you turn
Mhm.
on the CD, you're like, man, that's what we did. So
Mhm.
overall, that's who we are as a staff. You know, sound pedagogy, sound teaching from just different, all types of teachers from all different types of backgrounds, all different diversity is another big thing that's big
Mhm.
to us. You know, being African American teachers ourselves, we understand the importance of representation in the activity, you know, with the work that we've done with, excuse me, with InStep and with, you know,
Mhm.
within the Blue Coats organization, as well as, you know, with our marching counts with both of us. So we are adamant that our staff should look like the membership. So
Mhm.
and represent the membership. So that's just a couple of things that we think about when it comes, you know, about philosophy with Dragon Brass. And we're going to continue to, you know, build upon that over the next couple of years, man. We really
Mhm.
want to create something special. Bryen, so tell us about some tips, man. What do you, a person that's on the borderline, man, they're not sure if they want to audition or they're gung ho, I'm going to be a Mandarin this year. What's some good strategies you think we can give them to really, you know, make that process of auditioning, you know, a little more confident?
The folks that are on the fence, like tip number one is to literally just to show up,
Yeah.
because you never know. You know, for me, the camp my first camp that I went to for Blue Coats was the last audition camp, and I did it on a whim.
Mm.
I didn't know anybody there, and had worked really hard and ended up making the line that year. I'd never held a contract, never did any drum or anything, but I just went to the audition and got really lucky and got a spot. I think that's so. If you know, if you're one of those folks that you're on the fence, you don't know, show up, because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, you never know what's going to happen. The folks who are you know signed up, ready to go, or making a video, or about to make a video, just calm down, take everything one step at a time, because you don't have to get it perfectly the first time. We're not in that mode, especially in November. We're still trying to figure some things out and make sure that we're getting our process and everything going. But just slow down, take things one at a time. Whatever information you get, just do your best to synthesize that and make one thing better on that next rep. And then you build off that, you make another thing better, and then another thing better, and you build consistency that way, and really just bring the best of you to the audition. Everybody's going to have, different things to work on, and everybody's going to have different things that they excel at. I think as long as you do that, you bring the best of yourself, you just chill and relax and have a good time, you'll have a great audition.
Absolutely.
Have a great audition. I think that's my thing. Those are my tips.
And I think, guys, we know that, we've all been in that position where you're not sure, but, don't shut yourself off from something that's going to be a memory you have for the rest of your life. When I was married, I got married in 2016, and right at my wedding were people that I marched drum corps with. These are relationships, guys, that's going to be with you for the rest of your life. And this is the year to make it happen. Like, just from us, we've only been in the organization now going on 2 months, and it's been a whirlwind for us, but it's also been great. We've had an opportunity to really meet some really good people that want to succeed and want to be great, and also want to just be good people. We've, what from JW and how helpful and great he's been to, so many members of the staff, that Joseph Becca, Ben, all these guys that we've had an opportunity to work with. Like, it's just been amazing. So, that's what's waiting for you. Obviously, the auditioning process itself is what it is. You're gonna have to, be able to put the horn on the face and sound good at doing what you're doing, while also being great at your visual. So I think step one is to just put in the work needs to go into doing what you want to do. And that's a lesson you can take into your life. Nothing that you have in your life that you ever will ever love will be something that was given to you. All right. It's the things in your life that you work the hardest for and put the most effort into that really are the most rewarding. So hard work, determination, setting, small goals every day, like Bryen said, and then accomplishing those goals and going on to the next one. We want good people here, not just great musicians. We want great people that want to work with other great people and make Dragon Brass 2022 the best Mandarins online that ever was.
Yep.
So, guys, if you have any questions, all right, what's the best way to reach Bryen and I? Our email information is in the packet, so you can definitely reach out to us or any of your texts. All right, so now is a great time if you have some interest in auditioning for Dragon Brass. Get to know our staff. Like, I think you're gonna be really impressed. If I'm a baritone player, I'm gonna reach out to the great people that are gonna be leading that section. So you can do that. You can also reach out to us through the Mandarins Brass interest groups. They're all up right now. There's a main Mandarin Brass interest group, and then there's different interest groups for each section. So make sure you join both. So join the Mandarins Brass group and join the trumpet group. And Bryen and I are already commenting on some great videos we've heard from some people that have already put themselves out there and say, hey, man, I want to be awesome. And we've given feedback. So if you want some awesome feedback before the audition, go ahead and throw some videos in the interest groups, and you'll hear from a member of Dragon Brass, the Dragon Brass team. We hope this little session gave you a little peek into what's going to be happening this year with the Mandarins. We have 2 great camps coming up, y'all. We have the NorCal camp coming up this upcoming weekend, December 3rd through the 5th. And then the following weekend, we're going to be in Southern California, in the Los Angeles area. So if you are interested, go ahead and sign up, y'all. December 10th through the 12th is the Southern Cal camp. Come learn from some great teachers. Come meet Bryen and I. And we can't wait to meet you guys, man. So go Dragon Brass. Go Dragon Brass. Family
Go
first.
Brass. I know.
All right. All right, homies. Peace.
Peace.